Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Emily Cooper, Lily Collins, sits outside a Parisian cafe with her best friend Mindy Chen, Ashley Park, as they get into a lively discussion. Our leading lady shares an honorable intention to focus on her job at a luxury marketing firm, rather than become distracted by choosing which love interest should be her boyfriend, the hot chef Gabriel, or man in finance Alfie. After leaving the eatery, she immediately returns home to cook breakfast for Gabriel, only departing when her workplace calls asking where she is because she's late. It's totally ridiculous, but I love hating on every moment of Emily in Paris. The hit Netflix show sees a young ambitious woman from Chicago get moved to the capital of France to give the American perspective, whatever that means. Although initially she struggles to understand Paris, and vice versa, she quickly secures herself a hot love interest, kooky friendships, and borderline acceptance at work. So naturally, she must stay. I tuned into my first episode when it began in 2020 after the Netflix algorithm pushed the agenda hard. As the credits on the first episode began to roll, I decided it really wasn't for me. And yet, when it asked me if I wanted to play next, I immediately agreed. Since then I have rolled my eyes when Emily dragged out her aforementioned love triangle longer than either man would reasonably accept if this wasn't fictional. I worried my eyes may get stuck looking at the ceiling permanently as her French gets worse the longer she lives in Paris, although as someone who runs out of their 5 hearts on Duolingo within minutes, I really shouldn't judge. I also mocked how her personal life always seems to be the perfect way to campaign a new product. Don't get me started on her ability to do more life admin before arriving at the office than many of us manage to squeeze into a whole weekend. I'm not the only one hating Emily in Paris. Reddit threads are filled with comments such as "I love to hate watch this show" or "It's so bad, but I can't stop watching." Then there's TikTok. At the time of writing, there are almost 800,000 posts about the series, and this number continues to climb. My For You page, FYP, is filled with videos poking fun at everything from Emily's mediocre, at best, Instagram posts suddenly making her a micro-influencer, to the totally indiscreet McDonald's product placement. It's not like critics have had any kinder things to say about it too, with The Guardian giving its latest episodes a measly 1 star and remarked that it was exciting as watching paint dry, if you really hate paint. While The Wrap called it repetitive chaos, which they acknowledged isn't totally a bad thing. To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. And yet, despite it all, Emily in Paris has made it to its 4th series. On top of that, it shot into Netflix's top 10 TV shows. This is off the back of almost 60 million people watching its first season in the first month on the platform in October 2020 and 117.6 million hours of Season 3 were consumed within 7 days. It has also been nominated for Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, and Emmy Awards. Perhaps bad TV may just be the most alluring genre of all. It seems many of us have taken up the hobby of hate watching, but what makes it such a joyous experience, despite its shortcomings? With so many bad things constantly going on in real life, I believe Emily in Paris's success is proof that it's a relief to watch a world where nothing bad truly happens. Of course, there's a place for TV that changes the world or educates us, but there's also an appetite for a series that provides a little bit of escapism, even if it's done a little clumsily. It's the very definition of low stakes. Even if Emily makes the most abysmal decision, she'll just lose a job for a couple of hours, enjoy a long lunch, and then be back on top. Fantasy can be more appealing than reality, which is why when I took a recent trip to Paris, I ended up spending one evening sitting in my hotel room watching Emily in Paris. Earlier in the day, my travel companion hit their head on a very clean glass door, and we feared she could be concussed. On top of that, we booked the wrong day tickets for the Louvre, I got stuck in a corset in a Zara changing room, and the rain downfall was further dampening.